This is the Abbey Inspiration 502L. It's a 4-berth caravan and it was made in 2003. The reason I'm making this video is I can show you everything about this caravan. I can show you what's working, how it works. It has a motor mover. I'll operate that, you'll see that working. It's got an awning. I'll put the awning up and show you the awning. And it also has a caravan cover, and I'll put that on and show you that as well. And everything comes with this caravan. You've got the freshwater container, the wastewater container, the caravan step, the leg winders for the corner steadies, plus a couple of levelling ramps there. It's also got a hitch lock on it for security. So we'll take a look around it. So it has the Elco stabiliser, and this is for when you're towing it. It keeps the car very stable and cuts out any sway. The security lock that I spoke about, the caravan levelling ramps, and then under this front cover you've got the gas bottle and regulator and spare wheel. Normally store things like hookup leads in here and one thing and another, whale water pump, etc. It's very level across the front. It could all do with a very good polish, but it is what it is. Level across the front. You've got the water porter for your fresh water and the whale pump, which just clips in there. This is the vent for the water heater. This must be taken off when you're heating the water up on the gas. This is the handle for the water hog. It clips on at the top and at the bottom, and then you can roll it to get your fresh water. You've got the tool here for engaging the motor mover down here, and I'll show you how this works and I'll operate it for you shortly. Tyres are good. All good underneath. Fairly level down this side. I'll give you weights and dimensions of it, etc. Shortly. It's good across the back. In this locker here, this is where the toilet cassette is, and to empty the toilet cassette you flick this lever up, this yellow lever here, pull the cassette out, take it to an appropriate drain to clean it, to empty it, and then by swivelling this, tip it down a drain, screw the cap off, put a bit of fresh water in, give it another swill, drain it away, put a couple of litres of water in it and your blue flushing fluid, and it's all set to go again. Good across the back. Good down this side as well. Behind this locker here, this is a storage cupboard, like an external storage locker, and this is under the wardrobe in the bathroom. It has a stable door, so you can have this top bit open and the bottom bit shut for in summer, and there's a big fly net across here which I'll show you. This tire's good. You've got the hookup lead, that's coming with it as well, and this hookup lead is about 45 foot long. This locker here is where the leisure battery is. A leisure battery there, your 240 hookup, and this little control here is for the motor mover. And then to the left of that you have another locker, another external locker. Now what I put in there is the aerial. That works fine for the TV. Just stash it all in there. And here you have a barbecue hookup point, a coupling up point. I'll with one hand. This is if you want to have a barbecue outside, you flip this cap off and put your pipe on there. And also in this locker as well, which I forgot about, there's an outside plug socket for in the awning. All good down this side. So that's the outside of the Caravan done. This Caravan is from the ground to the peak of the top of the aerial. It's 9.5 foot high. Internally, from the back window inside to the front window inside, it's 17 feet 3 inch. The total length of it, from the back of the Caravan right to the front of the towing eye, that is 22 feet and 5 inch, and it's 7 foot 1 inch wide. Now, unladen, it weighs 1,149 kilograms, and fully laden, it weighs 1,383 kilograms. That's your weights and measures. To operate the motor mover, make sure you've got the handbrake on, and you've wound up all your leg corner steadies. Come into the battery box, and this is the key to turn the motor mover on. And what you do with this, you put it in there, push it in and turn it to the right, and it clicks into position. That's now sent the power to the motor mover. You get your remote, you click this top button twice and the green light will flash, and you'll hear it inside the van, and what it does, it's tell you that it's now ready to work. So press that twice. It clicked inside, I heard it click, so I know that it's now going to operate. And what you have on the either forward and backward, and you've got your slews to the left and the right. Come back down here, and this tool here is for engaging the motor, and all you do is put it on there like this, and then you turn it 180 degrees that way, and that engages the wheels on both sides. Now that's now locked in position. Take that off, back to the remote. Come around here, handbrake off. What this does, now that's moving it forward. And back, and you can use this to slew it left and right like this. And also on this side the same. Then when you've got the Caravan where you want it, turn the remote off. That's now switched off. Put your handbrake on, turn the motor mover off in the box with the key, and put your leg corner steadies down, and that's the motor mover. So this is the Caravan with the awning up. It's an Apache Torino. It's 8 foot wide, 17 foot long. From the floor to the top of the peak, it's 7.5 feet. We'll go down and have a look and a walk around it. It's in reasonable condition. All the zips work. It could do with a clean. There's no rips or tears in it. It's got all the curtains inside, and this door, as does the end door at the other end, and these two front doors, they zip out, and you can use it as a gazebo, and I'll show you that after. Oh, and this here, if you have this rolled up from across this section here, this is a fly net, and what this will do, it'll let, just say for example it's a wet day but it's stuffy and breezy, it'll let air in through here. And also there's a zip down little pocket here, if I can reach it. So this zip pulls down and you can open these two flaps up like this. That's also a fly net, and that'll let air circulate as well. It's a simple slot 2 pole system. The clip at the other side, this plastic band's missing off it. So this rolls down like this, and it zips down the sides like that. Just clip it together like that there, and then you can zip it back down at this side. So it turns it back into a window, makes it weatherproof. And inside you've got the Caravan skirt across here, full length, and it can be pegged down. I have no pegs, so you'll have to buy some pegs. And then it has this other cover. Now this cover would normally stick onto the side of the van on these velcros, or if you want to put studs in it, you could stud it. So it goes up like this, and this is where I need another pair of hands. 1 second. So it goes across the wheel like that. But all I do is just flop it inside and over the wheel, and it does the job like that. It has 5 poles across the top. There's a pole there, one across here, one there and one there. And these straps here, if you wanted to put them over the poles and fasten them up, you can do, but for demonstration purposes I haven't done that at the minute. And these are extending poles, and you push a little lever on this forward and the pole slides back. So there's 5 of them across the roof, and this front bar from here, it's all one piece, all the way across, like this. The second bar across the roof from either side slots onto here, and then you've got your front bars. There's 3 front bars. They're all pretty explanatory when you get them out of the bag and have a look. And like I was saying, this is all one complete bar, but what it does do, they attach out of each other on like a wire spring, and then all they do, for example, from here, these separate, and then you'll fold this bar up, and so on, all the way around for storage. It's got curtains, and I've left these curtains closed so you can see them. Curtains here, there, and there, but unfortunately there's no grem sheet, but it's a very, very usable awning. So that's the awning, and what I'll do next, I'll show you the Caravan cover, then we'll have a look inside. Before you put your Caravan cover on, remember to screw the peak off the top of your aerial. You just screw it anti-clockwise and it comes off the top of your aerial on the Caravan roof. And this is a Caravan with its cover on. It's quite a large cover. It's probably made for between a 24 and a 26 foot van. It did have a hole in the top. Now when I said about taking the point off the TV aerial, well, I didn't, like an idiot, and ended up with it putting a hole in the top, which I've taped up. But apart from that, it's all in very reasonable order, and it does its job. It's a breathable cover, and there we have it. That's the Caravan cover. So as you come into the Caravan, it's a stable door, and this means that you can have the bottom open, the top open independently from the bottom, like this. Plenty of fresh air in on a nice summer's day. We come into the Caravan. It's nice and light and airy in here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to operate things, how to set up the beds, show you what's working and one thing and another, show you all the cupboard spaces. We'll even look inside the cupboards so you can see that everything's dry. I'll make this front bed up. I'll show you all this documentation here that's coming with it, but first I've got the cooker on and everything, so I'll show you this. Cooker and sink here, and this cooker has a glass lid. I've got the rings turned on at the minute, so that's why it's up, just to show you that they're working. These 3 rings are gas, and this one at the back is electric, and all them work. I've got the grill on, so that the grill's working there. Got the oven lit, the oven works, and underneath there's a little storage area. And it's electronic igniter. I'll just turn these off. So all you do is, this is where I wish I had 2 hands. Turn your gas, this one's the electric ring, turn the gas on, click the igniter, and it lights like that. Oven working. Next to the oven is the sink, 12 volt light above, fly nets and blackout blind. They all work, as do all the fly nets and the blackout blind in this Caravan. They all work and all the window stays are okay. So back to the sink, same again, the glass lid, lift it up, retain it back with that, and then you lift the spout up like this. I've got the hot water on, so we'll see if we can see it steaming. So to the left and lift. This is your hot water, and you can get hot water on gas or electric in this fan, and I'll show you how to do that as we're going around. Now that's steaming, that's really hot. Watch yourself. Hot water, down, slide across, cold water. Below the sink is a fridge. This fridge works on the gas and on the electric. And to get it to light on the gas, 2 hands again, switch it onto the gas position like this, and open the fridge because you should be able to hear it clicking. And there's a light inside the fridge as well. So give it some gas. It'll be clicking, and then when it stops clicking, it's lit on the gas. And it works on the gas, although it can be temperamental on gas, I must admit. To get it to work on the 240 volt hookup, you turn it into this position here, like that, and that'll work on 240. And this freezer gets nice and cold and freezing. This is the 12 volt. I don't know if it works on the 12 volt because I've had no reason to use it on the 12 volt. So that's the fridge. I'll put it back on, you can see the light. It's got a light underneath. Freezer box, a couple of shelves, and a storage bin below, which is not really in very good condition, but it's there if you want to use it. And some shelves in the door, like that. And I'm going to show you the gas fire, then I can turn the gas off because it's quite warm and stuffy in here. This is the gas fire. I've got this on. I've got it on setting number 6 with the gas, and this here controls an electric fan behind the fire. So that fan's now gone off and you're getting hot air through here. If you click it into the left position, it blows hot air out of the front of the fire, but also through various vents around the fan. So you've got like a blown air central heating system. But you can also operate that on the electric, which on the 240 hookup, which I'll show you after, but they're not very effective. I find it best to use it on the gas and to have it onto permanent fan run. If you add it to this right hand side, what it will do, it'll detect the heat around the van and the fan will kick in as the temperature begins to drop around the van. But I find it more effective in that position. So that's a fire on the gas. I'll try and show you part like I know it's working. There, pilot light for the fire. That fire's now, that's lit. I'll turn that off before I roast. Now behind this door here, there's an end bathroom with a shower and a sink and a toilet, and I'll show you that after. This area here, the dinette, this turns into bunk beds, and what I'll do, I'll set them up after and I'll show you that. And what we have here is all the paperwork and things, all the instruction manuals for the fridge, the cooker, the hot water system, etc, etc, and the motor mover. And this here is the Touring and Motor Caravan certificate. This is the chassis number of the Caravan, and this is the date when it was registered. So it's an 03. But I showed you how to do that by the CRS stroke chassis numbers in the windows. This table has folding down legs, and when it's not in use it can be stored away behind this panel here. And in here is the curtain that comes round for the bunks, which I'll show you after. So the table slides into there, and you've also got some sides for the top bunk there. So it's the L-shaped lounge. This upholstery is absolutely gorgeous. In fact, I'll move this table out of our way and then we can see it better. So this makes up into a double bed by sliding out this here, and also that is a flip up guard against the fire if you've got the fire on at night and you're in bed. The awning that I showed you is stored under here. These lift up, the awning is there, and the poles for the awning are underneath it, and at this side is the doors for the awning, and those are the poles for the curtains in the awning. You've also got a couple of access doors should you not be using it to store the awning, but I find it's pretty good in there for storage. Another little cupboard here at the front with a bit more storage space, and then one here under there, loads of storage underneath. This one's also got a radio in it, a speaker there, and the clock works, a speaker there and a speaker over here, 240 volt light at the front, 240 volt light there. These are 12 volt lights, 12 volt lights, spotlight under there, one under there and one at the back under here, 12 volt light above and a 12 volt light above the sink. I'll have a look in these cupboards, I can show you that they're all dry. Little rack there for holding bottles and things. We'll come back to that radio one in a minute. this is with the Caravan alarm. I've never used the alarm, I don't know if it works, but there's a bit of info on it in this bump that I'll show you after. A bit of a shelf up here, and you've got a few racks there and here. Status aerial. Now I've got this TV connected up to that outside aerial that I showed you, but the light is on for the status aerial, but I can't get my TV to work on it, but it might just be that I've got a rubbish TV. So it's connected up to the outside aerial, which is just usually stored under the end. It's just usually stored under this cushion. There's a little bit of an indentation there where something's been dropped on it. So the TV unfortunately isn't coming with the Caravan because I'm going to keep that in my camper van.
Changing your baby's name, some jaw-dropping stories coming up on...
Just to show you that you can get channels.
American Dad.
Oh, American Dad, I love that. Anyway, that's what we were doing. Yeah, so you've got some glass holders here, wine bottle holders here, glass rack, more shelves below and above. Look in this drawer, this cupboard, sorry. I need to do this because you need to see everything. I want you to know the situation with this Caravan. So I'll show you the bathroom. I'll show you the radio first. I've got this turned on and I've got it set onto a radio channel that's not got music on, so we don't infringe copyright.
You can text, that's 84844.
And I'll just flick through
But
to another
first,
channel.
5 months. And half of the complaints have been dealt with.
That's a radio all working. This is a box for the radio front. If you ever want to flip the radio front off and put it in its own little box, you can do, and take it with in your car or whatever. Then above here at the front there's the big Hakey skylight. These let in loads of light and loads of fresh air. It also has we've got the fly net up at the minute, and if you slide everything across like this, it becomes a blackout blind. Flick that off, open it up like this, and then to open this window, pull the arm down, move that across like that, push a little button in underneath like this, and then with this arm shove the window up, and you can have it fully open like that, which is now letting the rain in, or you can rest it on there and just have it partly open as a vent. Really good windows these, let in tons of light and tons of fresh air. Close it back up. I think this fly net back across. And then further back there's an electric vent, and this vent will suck air in or suck air out. And to operate this little control here, if you turn it clockwise, what it's doing, it's opening the vent on the roof, and it opens it to about, I don't know, 70 or 80 degrees. And then to turn it on, you have this control here, click that. It also has speed control, and that's blowing air in. Mega thing that. And to suck air out, click it to that side, and the fan will operate in the opposite direction and suck air out. Really good thing that. Love that. And don't forget to wind your vent back down, so you'll get your Caravan full of water. There we go. So the controls, like I said, there was 2 ways to get hot air into this van, and there's 2 ways to get hot water in the van. Now remember the cover outside, over the vent at the front. You should remove it if you're going to use the hot water on the gas. And the way you do that is, you come down here and you'll have ultra heat and ultra store. Now I've gone and left that cover on, but what happens is, down here you turn this knob to where it says gas, and a green light will come on. There's the green light, and it's clicked on now. I heard it click on, but that's going to click off because I've left that cover on. But the light will remain green as long as you've got gas in your bottle and you've got the cover off, and that'll heat up the water on the gas. Blown air, again, this is the blown air system. It has 1000 watts, 500 watts and 2000 watts. So whatever your preference is for heat, but remember I said they're not very, very effective. We'll click it on to 2000, green light comes on again. This sets the fan on behind the fire, which has electric elements. And then if you turn this back onto, as we did with the gas, like that, that'll blow hot air, well, warm air, through the vents around the Caravan. Don't find them very effective, but it's whatever your preference is. So you can have it on 1000 watts, 500 watts, that's the off position, 2000 watts. Hot air by electric, gas by electric. Now to get hot water by electric, the 240 volt hookup, you come to these two switches here, water heater and space heater. So this will act like an immersion heater in your house. So if you just click them both on, it will actually turn on. If you click them both on, it'll start to heat up the hot water on 240 and also put some hot water into storage. Behind this panel that I showed you where the table is stored and everything is a small control panel down here. So you've got a fuse box across the bottom, and when all the fuses are switched up, all the electric is on 240. This is for charging the leisure battery on the 240 volt hookup, and it's just a simple off and on switch. So if you look at this gauge up here, the charger's off, we've got plenty of power in the battery. Click the charger on and the needle's moved to the right, showing that it's giving a boost. To get 12 volt power into this van, you have a little rocker switch here. So when it's in the centre, it's off. So when you come into the van and you want the 12 volt system on for your lights and things like this, click it to the down position. That gives you light to your lights, etc. This is the pump. This is the outside where the water butt with the wheel pump in it. Now to operate that system, you click that in the down position. Then when you turn a tap on, it'll start pumping water through your taps. So I'll leave that in the down position because I need to show you other things. A couple of coat hangers up there. Smoke alarm there, but it will need a new battery. Fire blanket. And down here is the van alarm that I spoke about. You'd have to be a better man than me, gungered in, to know how to operate that. But like I say, there's a bit of information on it. So on here, I showed you the Touring and Motoring Caravan certificate. These booklets here are for how to operate the motor mover. You've got various bits and pieces here. This is to do with that alarm I spoke about. Various manuals. You've got your Thetford battery box manual, the ultra heat system that works on the electric. There's even a plan here for putting the awning up. Now I showed you the awning, and across the top, if you remember, we had 5 bars. This says you have 8. It's just a slightly different awning setup, but very, very useful. So remember, you've only 5 bars across the top and not 8, and then all the rest is exactly the same. You've got your manual for your Thetford cassette toilet, manual for the refrigerator, manual for the Ultra Store, so you can revert to these anytime you like for operating instructions. Manual for the gas fire, Elco hitch lock chassis care and one thing and another. You have your manual for that vent in the roof that I just showed you. It's very easy to use. All these will be kept in this blue folder here, and what I'll do with it, I'll put it into this drawer above the fire, into there, and I'll also put the motor mover, the remote for the motor mover in there. 2 sets of keys. Your keys are on here for your doors, your front panel, and the security lock on the hitch. Remember what I said, the telly's not coming. Then to the bathroom. As you come into the bathroom, to your left you've got this shower. It's a circular shower. Open the door and click it back into there. The base is good. There's a non-slip mat in here. I'll take that out. It's your non-slip mat. Shower base. A hanger above and a light above. Shower head and taps, and a dish there for whatever you want to put on it, soap or whatever. And then the taps are under here, and this the same as a sink. You just up and that way for hot. You can put your hot water through. Up down here and up and out for cold water. The side of the shower, you have a mirror above and a towel holder and a shelf here. Toilet roll holder brings you to the toilet. It's a swivel toilet. This lever here operates the little gate inside. So what you do, you open this gate with this lever, and that goes into that cassette outside that I showed you. Do your business, come up to this lever, give it a flush, and then I recommend that you close that gate obviously again. Then I recommend that you just put a bit of fluid into the toilet just to keep. There's a rubber seal around here, so if you just put a bit more water and fluid in it when you've done with it, it just stops that seal from going hard and cracking and going brittle. So opposite from the toilet, we'll just put this back in. So opposite from the toilet, there's a vanity sink. Now a problem with this sink, with this tap on this sink, I replaced this tap the other day because I thought the micro switch had gone on the old one, so I put a brand new one in. And it isn't operating like it should. So you lift it up, you're not getting nothing. But there's a way around it. If you were to turn your shower onto hot, for example, you can water through your shower head, then it should push water out through this tap if you wanted to fill it up with a bit of water. So what I'm saying is there's a problem with the live feed to them taps. Right, and then opposite, below the sink, there's another vanity unit with a shelf and a base. There's some shelving there, a light above in here, a wardrobe door. These are the steps for the bunk. So you have storage underneath, and what I've done, I've put that Caravan cover in there. I've rolled it up and then put a couple of bungee straps on it so that it doesn't spring back out. Very usable wardrobe, and a coat hanger rail above, and it's all dry in here. So that's the bathroom, shower and toilet. So what I'll do next, I'll set this front bed up. And all you do basically with this bed, under here, there's a pull-out rack, and I'll set it all up and show it you. Right, I think I've said all I can say about the inside. So I'll crack on now and get these beds set up. So I've set all the beds up, but there's one thing I forgot to show you. On this door, it has a full length fly net. You pull it across like this, it clips into there, and you've got a full length fly net there across your door. Right, to the beds. I've made up this double bed. Nice good sized bed. That's the fold up flap I was telling you about, to guard against setting yourself on fire when you're in the bed. And also it benefits from, you still have a remaining seating area there, which is great to sit on. The bunks are made up. I've put the safety sides on, the ladder's up, and these are the cushions that's on the seating area. You remember we had it set up here with the table on for the dinette, and then across the back, this section here falls out from underneath, and you pin it to the side, and this prevents arms and legs falling down in the middle of the night, so nobody's going to get trapped legs or arms. And it also has the curtain that goes around it on this rail, and if you remember, it's behind this door where the table and etc. is. Just pull it out, it's on the rail, pull it across, and then what it does in effect, it makes this area nice and private from the rest of the caravan, like that. So I think I've just about showed you everything I can about this caravan. I've shown you the motor mover. That's £700 or £800 worth of kit. You've seen that working, I've demonstrated it. I've put the caravan cover on for you, you've seen that. I've put the awning up, you've seen the awning. The beds, etc. Done the cooker, fridge, sink, bathroom, shower, toilet. Showing you the radio, that's working. How to set your TV up with that outside aerial. Although it does have its own plug-in socket there for a TV aerial, and this is a 12 volt plug socket to this TV. Oh, and that's a 240 volt plug. I think there's 3 in this caravan and they all work. You'll find that remote in that drawer with the folder with all the information in for all the units. It's dry in here, it doesn't rain in, there's no damp, no musty smells and things like that, on the floor's solid. Showing you the fire, etc, showing the hot water controls. I think I've covered everything. Also, I can deliver this caravan for you if you so wish, and I'd do that at £1 a mile, one way, postcode to postcode. That's if you require that service, you may not. So I think I've just about covered everything. Yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.